Welcome to Principal's Corner. I'm Shina.
Hi, I'm Mr. Arlotta. Thanks for having me again.
No problem. So, midterms week is over. It's been a long week. After Park, some schools decided to stop doing midterms or to give quarterly exams instead. So, what do you think is the importance of midterms, and why do we keep doing them?
Yeah, well, we were one of them. We definitely met with for a couple of years and analyzed our system because a lot of schools were thinking maybe this would be a way to cut down on some of the instructional time. But there were a large group of our teachers and even a lot of our students that felt that exams are important because they kind of prepare you for college and this lengthy assessments. What do you think?
Yeah, I see in this big scheme of things how it could help with college.
Right, but in the small scheme,
In the small
you wish
scheme,
you didn't have
yeah.
wish you didn't have them at all, right?
Pretty much, yeah. So, Schoology, we've been using it for over a month now. It's a learning platform that better organizes assignments given by teachers. And why did we make the switch from SchoolFusion to Schoology, and what do you think are the benefits of it?
Okay, well, we were starting to not be super happy with SchoolFusion, although it was kind of cutting edge when we went with it almost 10 years ago. Some of the features that we wanted weren't there anymore, and part of the reason is that SchoolFusion was bought by another company. So they started to phase out the support of it to the point where they honestly aren't supporting it anymore. So even though we were exploring moving to something else, we kind of had to because SchoolFusion's no longer in business. But we're very happy with the move to Schoology. We're just tapping into the beginning things right now. I think you're starting to see like the calendar and assignments that teachers are using. But definitely stay tuned. There's going to be a lot of exciting things to come forward.
Okay. So, Glen Rock High School has decided to adopt Lely High School of Naples, Florida, in light of the hurricanes. Naples, Florida is more of a wealthy area compared to other areas hit by the storms. So why did we adopt a school in Naples as opposed to one in, for example, Puerto Rico?
Sure, I think that's a really good question. So what I think as an educator, you're always happy when kids come to you and staff members come to you and say, hey, look, we want to help with all these tragedies. You saw these hurricanes were hitting one after another and so forth. So originally we were going to try to do some fundraisers to help like these large organizations like Red Cross and so forth. But some of the dialogue came with, since this is going to be a long-standing effort, what if we kind of personalize it and connect with the school? We did actually think about Puerto Rico, but they were so decimated that we didn't, as we reached out to these schools, we couldn't even find anybody so that we would be able to know like what address, what they needed, and so forth. So a group of students, they did a lot of research on some of the schools that were hit in Florida that at least we would be able to communicate with. And although Naples is a very rich area, they were pretty decimated. And sometimes schools like that are overlooked because of the funding and so forth. You know, like for example, they lost all of their athletic facilities, their entire auditorium. So we thought it would be a way where we could help the school kind of bring to some normalcy, some of the things so that they could still have the things that they were used to.
Yeah. Okay. So, Legally Blonde, the play, is coming up. Are you excited for it? Are you going to go?
Yeah, I'm definitely going Saturday night. I bringing my family. It's a musical. I think my kids who are around middle school age will like it because it's kind of a contemporary show and so forth.
Yeah.
So sometimes the Shakespeare plays are a little hard to sell them on, but the musical I think is going to be really good, and I always look forward to them every year. It's a highlight of the school year.
Yeah. And we've had an interesting sports season. For example, hockey has been doing very well. What are your hopes for the future?
Yeah, so we're kind of midway through the winter season. We've been struggling a little bit, especially on the boys basketball realm. We're very young, but Coach Middleman certainly has the strength to kind of use it as a growing process. Ice hockey, it's a tough act to follow when you win everything, and I think everybody's been gunning for us. And some of the games that we were close games with last year, we had a stretch where they kind of went the other way. But we're hoping that makes us a little stronger in the long run, so that we can kind of finish in a similar vein that we did last year. Our other sports are also doing really well. One of the new things this year is we separated out our cheerleading into both a competitive team as well as a winter cheerleading team.
Yeah.
So our competitive squad has been, I think, about 4 or 5 competitions already. I went the other day, and it's really cool to see us kind of expand that level with cheerleading.
Yeah. All right. Thank you for coming.
Oh, thanks for having me.
No problem.